Noel here, and it is Saturday night, and family is finally asleep, I think. So we have a little bit of free time on our hands, so that would be fun for us to do a live stream for the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. We have been going through some Resident Evil. However, I really don't want my Game Shark codes to run out because I want to beat this game and I don't have a lot of time. And I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it thoroughly. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. Last live stream, I see a lot of people have tuned into it. Not a lot of people were, present Monday night, but it seems like a lot of you have watched and enjoyed the plotting through of the biohazard. So, there's that. So we'll be playing a little bit of more. We will be playing more of that tonight, and seeing what else. Looks like Cientino was streaming something onto the TV, and now there's just like random nature pictures in the background. So that's fine, but I think we can probably do without the soothing imagery that I would think would make fine like wall art in a public restroom, but probably not the best background imagery for our live stream. So anywho, you know what? I wonder if we can get well, sometimes we get in trouble for playing Pluto TV in the background, but what the heck? Actually, you know what? Maybe we can play some just like random anime whatnot in the background. So, anywho, wait, I bet am I gonna be being shown live here? No. Lenny. All right, let's see. Can we get? We'll put He the Fighter on. The new song from the most current Kenny Lauderdale video. All right. So, anywho, if you have been watching the channel, you know that I have a powerful obsession with finding the song sung in the Japanese launch ad for the Game Boy, and I'm pretty sure the singer of this song is the singer from that commercial. Because I messaged him on Instagram and I asked if he was, and he liked the comment. So I don't know what that actually means, if that's like a confirmation or not, but that is pretty interesting. So I like Kenny Lauderdale was like making fun of this anime like feverishly on his last live stream. But quite frankly, I every clip of this that I've seen, I find warm and charming. I mean, if you watch the live stream and you watch the channel, you know that we watch a lot of Godfrey Ho ninja movies and whatnot. So we've got reviews for things like Defenders of Space and every manner of low budget, whatnot. So it's not surprising that I find, low budget anime that is infuriating to critics, perfectly acceptable. Yeah. So, anywho, I was just adjusting the brightness. And I've got it running on the Commodore 64 1084S. 1084S. Too many blows to the head, dude. And we have just beaten the first boss by the name of Yawn, which is probably appropriate for a late night live stream. We're fighting bosses named Yawn. I'm sure the, next boss we're going to fight is going to be called Restless Leg Syndrome. It's going to have a whole lot of like sleep themed named video game bosses in this live stream. Just, But anyway, the reason I've got it running through this PS1 is because I just ran the Game Shark codes on it. And like when I started playing it, it had like, I don't know, I just entered a bunch of codes in. Ho ho ho. Entered a bunch of codes in, and it gave me like a crap ton of shotgun ammo. And now that ammo has like dwindled down to 12. So, you know, I'm hoping that by putting in some new Game Shark codes that will, like I put in a code for like infinite health. So we'll see if that actually works or not. We'll just keep milking our shotgun ammo for as long as we can, because I am not, how do I put this, good at this game. I like it. I love it thoroughly. I've long wanted to go through this game because I love the aesthetic of the original Resident Evil with the live action actors and the J-pop and stuff like that. And, you know, I've got fan art of it on the channel. I've got the actual promotional music video for this game on my channel. So, you know, I've really been wanting to play it for a long time. I just have not gotten to actually just kind of sit down and do it in a way where I can actually go through the game, because every time I play the game, I'm always, you know, just getting eaten by a zombie as I'm struggling to turn, you know, so it is what it is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I think the biggest news is the finding potentially of the singer of the Game Boy song, which I know at least, you know, a handful of people literally on this planet care about. If you actually look at the YouTube video for the Japanese Game Boy launch ad, it's filled with people asking who the singer was. So to have a new lead on it is pretty exciting. Man, we're going to need a lot of coffee tonight. We also have, you know, we got lots of stuff we can play. You know, last live stream we also delved in, I think, to some Dead or Alive on the PlayStation. Pretty game. We'll just have some fun, see where it goes, see who shows up, and see how long I stay lucid. I'm just trying to think if there's any, like, professional wrestling news or anything. I think it's been a pretty slow week for professional wrestling. I know CM Punk returned to AEW. I'm not super excited about CM Punk. I think there was a lot of legit excitement about him when he came back after so long. But a leopard doesn't really change his spots, and I think he comes off as kind of arrogant, delusional sometimes, like very dismissive and insulting. Wear like obnoxious pro-abortion shirts, and he will walk around with a sense of like, I'm tough, when his you know, showings in actual competitive martial arts and his training videos are bad. So, you know, I don't know. Does that mean he's like ruined? No. Do I think that should disqualify him from wrestling? No, but there's got to be ways to, you know, compensate for performances by making it look like he's grown as a fighter and as a person, as opposed to just picking right up where he left off when he left WWE as kind of a smug person who buys his own hype. Now, before we sit down to zombie slaying, now I don't want to, like, I'm shitting all over CM Punk, but like I said, like, CM Punk is the first wrestler who ever gave me the time of day, and it wasn't much, but I went to a SmackDown live show, and he gave me a high five and told me how much he liked my sign, and he didn't have to do that. And another thing about CM Punk is that regardless of how poorly he performed in the UFC, it's a whole can of worms, getting into man. I know. UFC, going to professional wrestling, and there was never really any mention of like why they washed out of the UFC. So I mean, I think because CM Punk's was want to have kind of a rocky story or something going on where it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get knocked down and get back up, kind of thing. So all right, well, let's we're actually going to, since we're playing this on the Commodore monitor, use this monitor here. We'll move our camera up like so. Sorry. Have the Neo Geo and a little CD stand in front of the Amdek, not Amdek, Commodore, Amdek Color 1's the composite one. Alright, come on. Chords. I mean, the flip side of having chords, which is nice, is, you don't have to worry about, charging it or swapping batteries, which actually, the PS4 controllers, in my experience, have been really, really bad in terms of their USB micro ports going on them, which is freaking ridiculous for, when you start getting electronics that expensive, and it's not built to last, screw that crap, Especially when I got a ColecoVision that's working fine. So, anywho, I digress. Do. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. All right. So, we got our shotgun. Why don't we lower our brightness a smidge? And get to it. My viewers' eyes out. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to turn the brightness back up. That's I don't know, maybe yeah, that's like way better. Okay. Okay. Now we can run a shotgun. Actually, we need to go to the portrait room and we need to solve this one puzzle with the crows, because that's going to give us the moon crest, which is our last crest that we need in order to go into what I believe is the next area, which is going to be the courtyard, where we're going to have to shoot some zombie dogs, and I believe there's a giant zombie snake. What is in this room here? So we open the door. Nothing like some gaudy Victorian wallpaper to make you feel at home. I mean, this is not the right garden area I need, though. Yeah, nothing. Okay. All right. Let's open our door here, and we'll keep walking. And there's a disturbing painting, and here's a door. And let's see what's behind this door. It's the place we came out of. I think we need to go back to like the main area, like the place we walked in. The lobby or add to or break the tension in Resident Evil, aka by. So our buddy died and gave us when we had to fight the giant snake restless leg syndrome, and what you had to do was you had to hide in a corner. Actually, what I did was I went in and then I exited the room. And then once I exited the room, I came back and was able to get a better position in the corner, and that way the snake couldn't really do much to me. Just trying to find the most efficient way back to the lobby. Oh, yes, weird room with the deer heads. That was I believe, one of the rooms with like the armor. One time I walked in this room and there were zombies in it, but I think I killed them. Like, before they could come in the room. Like, one of the games, I got a game over and there were zombies in that room, but they haven't shown up again, so that's nice. The less zombies, the better. You know, I'm a big fan of. I still haven't seen Sonic 2, and I need to see it. But I'm a big fan of the original Sonic movie, and that was really, I think, substantive evidence that you can, in fact, do a video game adaptation of a movie properly. And I haven't seen the Resident Evil movies, but people tend not to think very highly of them in my experiences asking about them. And it just kind of boggles the mind why they don't just do a straight adaptation of the games themselves, because the games themselves are got really nice story to them here. And I don't think that it would be rocket science to basically just do this game and then fill in some of the gaps in terms of just stuff to pad out the explore, like add dialogue to things like this. Add more Barry. Everybody loves Barry. Barry Burton. Here. This is oh, it is what it is. Man, look at all those chins. They really added a lot of detail with those oil paints. Okay, here's the lobby. Now, okay, this is how. Okay, let's try. We're gonna backtrack here. So through this room, I think led to the portrait area, right? Because I know we just came out of here, but I think it must have been another door in this room that leads to the portrait room. I'm not. I mean, every viewer is different. I'm just kind of. I wonder how entertaining Resident Evil is to watch as opposed to a fighting game. So this is the area I think I need to go to, but not yet, because I don't have the moon crest. I never said I was good at... Oh, I actually said repeatedly I'm not good at this game. And I have a horrible sense of direction. Like, if someone asked me for directions to the gas station, they'd literally, like, end up in Ontario. I mean, like, I have no idea where the hell I'm going. Or junior high school. Yeah. And then I give them the directions, like, welcome to Ohio. Damn it. Do. Walking around in circles. The picture quality on this is going through S-Video Lumachroma, and it is definitely comparable to a PVM. So I'm sure if you're thinking about getting yourself a Commodore 64 1084S monitor, do it. You will not be disappointed. Okay, we have to find our way to that stupid bird room. Is it in here? I have a feeling it's downstairs. No, this is the room where you go out because your friend got eaten by a bunch of angry crows. Tell you, that's how I want to go. Eaten by a bunch of angry crows. I'll be cursing Oprah Winfrey as it's happening. It's, I think a pretty poetic way to go out. Going down the stairs, going up some stairs. And is that the Mona Lisa in the background? Whatever. I don't have time to look around. I have to find that stupid painting crow room. Okay, so here is the room that we went into. I think this is the path to the room with like the weird pea yellow wallpaper, where it's like, yeah. When I was little, I had a cousin who I used to live with, and she peed on some Encyclopedia Britannicas, and this is kind of how some of the pages looked afterward. So, if you were wondering, this is what a peed on Encyclopedia Britannica page looks like, and it's pretty stunning, is what it is. So now if I go down here, this is gonna take me to the room with the serum. That didn't do my buddy any good who gave me the radio. Yeah, that's the serum room. And then I went out these rooms here. That's going to take me... Damn it. Those are going to take me... We already checked out those rooms. It's not where we need to go. Designed this mansion did a horrendous job. I mean, good luck getting a freaking glass milk. I've seen dead bodies. I've seen ugly wallpaper. Well, there's a dining room, so I guess that's kind of like a kitchen, but I haven't seen where the food is prepared. Just gonna go back downstairs. There's a portrait of another chubby woman. The guy who owned this mansion is very ahead of his time on the thick trend. Just portraits of chubby women everywhere. Ironically, a lot of women in Japan want to be underweight rather than overweight, despite this very cool Japanese game's fixation with, pleasingly plump ladies. Okay, we're in a room. That room's got a globe and a mirror. This is, again, not the room I think I need to be in. But we'll run down this hall here and open said door. And this room looks like it was inspired by the best bowl of pea soup ever. I don't have the key here, do I? You don't have the key for this room. You know, I'm for like the master of unlocking. I think I should be able to figure that out, but it is what it is. I was reading some like stupid, like some American video game critic or something. So I've been looking into a lot of like guides and walkthroughs and stuff for this game, and they're like, you know, praising Jill Valentine for, you know, not being overly sexy and having a relationship with Chris built on respect rather than physical attraction. It's like, first of all, freaking everyone to this day, it's like, I don't know how many years it's been after 1996, but everyone was so taken with Inez that they are still trying to find her and have gone out of their way to find her like Canadian JCPenney magazine underwear ads, you know? So, you know, don't tell me that Jill Valentine doesn't have any sex appeal. Number one. Number two, I would love to play a Resident Evil game with the kid of Chris and Jill. That would be very cool. Is it this room? This is going to take me outside. This is not where I need to be. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my gosh, I've already been in here. Yes, this is the bathroom where dreams come true. You know, if they were really smart, they'd have a zombie taking a dump. That would really, again, break the tension and, you know, add a whole extra layer to this game. The zombie can, like, be reading the book Everybody Poops while he poops. Because he's a zombie and people don't think that zombies poop. But, you know, I would assume they would because, I mean, they're eating. It's because they're, like, all weird. They're still eating. And if they're eating, that's got to come out sometime. This is the kind of commentary you get on the Noel ComiX live stream. Just theorizing about the zombie digestive system and all the wonders it holds. So right on, right on. Anything important in here? It's locked. Carving of a helmet. This is it. All right. Okay. Now, I think what we have to do is we have to click the switches in the order in which the person ages. So, the title is Give Me Peaceful Sleep. Okay, so this is a baby. Picture of a newborn baby. There's a switch. Push it. Yes. Okay. I'm a very pro baby. Picture of a young man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yeah, baby, young man. That seems like the right order. Picture of an infant. What? No, let's just start this over. I don't understand. Okay, newborn, then infant. Okay. Wait, what's this here? Picture of a tired middle-aged man playing Resident Evil. But can only be assumed is 12 o'clock at night. You can take your painting switch and go to hell. All right. As I sip more stuff from my Daddy Pig coffee cup. I did boxing and jiu-jitsu today. It was a lot of fun. Normally on those days, I'm pretty tired. Also, I chased Santino around the park today. So normally, again, on those days, I'm really tired. However, I really, really wanted to live stream. So you're welcome. Okay, back to our... Oh, hey, International Channel's on. Hey, hey, how's it hanging, International Channel? Kenny Lauderdale is doing a live stream now, but I choose to be here. That is a huge honor, and I will not disappoint you, my friend. Choosing me over the GOAT of obscure anime. Cabooses Retro Obscurities, I saw, was doing a live stream, and he I think was watching the Ninja Gaiden OVA or something like that. So we better not get in trouble for anything. Cabooses Retro Obscurities posts a lot of really interesting, like old Nico Doga clips of the Saddle of You. That's how I found out about him. So yes. Hey, so International Channel, did you I did we are pursuing a new lead on the Game Boy song. So Miki Yoshino, if you have you seen Kenny's new video? Kenny Lauderdale's new video on the Kentoshi the boxer. You're my kind of guy. Yeah, you too, my friend, my comrade. So when I talked to GTV Japan, who goes by Guy Gillionaire, about the song, he told me he thought the singer sounded like Randy Newman, and the Kentoshi singer sounds a lot like Randy Newman. And so I looked into Miki Yoshino, who's the guy listed as the Kentoshi singer, and he liked my comments on his Instagram page where I asked if I think anyone has on it right now. So picture of a newborn baby. Switch below. Will you push it? Yes. Okay, we're going to push that. We're going to go newborn, and then I think to infant. Do. Dude, come on, Jill. Picture of an infant. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. Okay. International Channel, how was your Saturday, my friend? A lively boy. Now, I think that's going to be the next one we push, but that's definitely not a lively boy. So we'll go lively boy. Will you push it? Yes, I will. Okay. Okay, so from lively boy, I think we're going to want to go to... There's a picture of a young man. Switch below, will you push it? Yes. All right. What was Kenny? Did you stop by Kenny's stream? Was he doing anything? What was he playing? I know he usually plays games. Tired middle-aged man. I think... the old guy. Picture of a bold-looking old man. Switch below, will you push it? Yes. There's a message. Give me the peace of death, and I'll give you the joy of life. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. You got the star crest. I had the moon crest. I needed the star crest. So now I have all the crests. Kenny was playing Pikmin 2, I think. It's my day off. First, you thought it was Eddie Money. Yeah, it definitely sounds like Eddie Money. Definitely, I think music is definitely inspired by like the Randy Newman, Eddie Money, Huey Lewis type. There's one guy on all those comment sections that's always like saying it's Huey Lewis, and it's not Huey Lewis unless Nintendo gave him a bunch of money. I don't know, but it's not too likely. Okay, so now we gotta go to go back to the place where I shot the dogs that jumped over the fence. But it's good that we have the... do I have any leads on the Cindy Crawford song? No, but I am going to make a video about it. I'm trying to build up the lost media section on my channel. Also, you might have noticed what I've been doing is I've been re-uploading some older video game reviews and cropping the margins to be more aesthetically pleasing. So I've been doing that just kind of in my spare time. So hopefully that's not like too annoying to the viewers. But hi. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, the fire went out. So that's why. So the zombies come when the fire goes out. That must be an interesting. That's my ammo, 6. Okay. But I have a bunch of shells, so that should be good. And I put an infinite health code in, so that's probably fine. It's locked, and it's a carving of a helmet, which I don't have. Doo-doo-doo. It's much more, like, enjoyable to play this game, like, knowing that I'm prepared to fight when I see something. Like, part of the tension and horror of this game is, like, you can't fight because you don't have the stuff to fight, you know, so... I find it much better to be like, oh, a zombie, fuck you, and then shoot it in the face, you know? So, yeah, I did, I re-uploaded the Final Fantasy IX review I did. I re-uploaded a JoJo for Dreamcast review I did. I re-uploaded some old Santino videos, which are really fun to be able to see Santino at, like, 2 years old. And, Santino and I recently reviewed Sonic's Spinball. That's actually Santino's favorite Sonic game. And it's it's one that has really grown on me because of how much I've been playing it with Santino, and I actually now know the code for it. We could actually play some of that tonight because tonight's stream is labeled Resident Evil Plus. So, I saw that the Speaking of Kenny Lauderdale, the guy who remastered the 35 millimeters on Mario just uploaded a remaster of Captain Tsubasa, I believe. So that's pretty interesting. You have 1,300 subs, so Final Fantasy 12 and 13 are overdue. Yes. Well, I did review King of Fighters 12. So that was my 12. But because I quite frankly did not, I can review Final Fantasy 12. I should. It's been a long time since I played it. And I remember liking it when I played it, but not remembering a lot about it. But I do remember playing 13, and I cheated on it the first time because I was in college and needed to beat it quickly. And I liked it so much that I wanted to beat it again without cheating. And I think I'm one of, like, the only people who like Final Fantasy 13. And I really liked that game a lot because I like linear gameplay. And I like that I could just kind of, like, focus on the story and chill. And I thought the graphics were really pretty. I thought lightning was cool. I liked the tank dude who wore all the time. Dude, nah, this is not the place I thought I needed to be. Do I have room? No, I don't. It's like, do I have room for herbs? And I don't. Do. But it's really exciting to be at 1300. So yeah, I should keep reviewing Final Fantasies. But because of there not being a Final Fantasy 11, I started doing King of Fighters. We definitely have to do King of Fighters 13. King of Fighters 13 is arguably the best looking 2D fighting game of all time. I mean, Fighters is like 2D. They use like cell animation. Not cell animation, cell shading. But the painstaking work on I guess they drawing over the 3D models. I think this is where I need to be. Doing hand pixel art over 3D models is just insane. I mean, that is an insane amount of detail. I need to save. I'm gonna do this puzzle and I'm and then we're gonna do star. And then we're going to do moon. And we're actually going to backtrack. Because I'm pretty sure I've killed all the zombies here. Which is good. And I know there's going to be... I kind of will sometimes watch... like, kind of walkthroughs and playthroughs of this game. So, not like all the way. I don't want it like all spoiled, but I'm just kind of just enough to kind of give me a heads up on what to do. And I know there's going to be like Cerberuses and zombies and all this other nonsense, so I want to go back and save, because if that infinite health code I put in doesn't work right, I don't know what's going to happen. I only have 6. Oh, I've got 6 ammo and 28 shells, so. When did you get that Amiga monitor? It's the Commodore 64 1084S, but Commodore monitors and Amiga monitors are like interchangeable. So I actually have an Amiga sticker and a Commodore a 64 monitor sticker on it. So it's the 1084S. But my friend, Mr. Romano, he opened it up and cleaned it out and everything. So, you know, it's basically as good as new as it can get. And this is the monitor. You know, we did a video not too long ago comparing this monitor playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo versus the JVC PVM playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and they both looked really, really good. And it was really just a matter of preference. Now, it's interesting because, I mean, like, this turns, like, S-Video into RGB with its innards, you know? I don't know. I mean, it gives you an equivalent image to RGB. But I'm not saying, I don't know. It is what it is. So I'm not saying it's better than an RGB monitor because it isn't. But at the same time, it's the equal to an RGB. Like Nick Darling, one of our friends of the channel, Actually, he said he preferred this monitor to. Did I get the PC as well? No. Actually, um, I got this monitor back in 2008 when I helped a friend move into his now ex-wife's house. So, like, closet video jacks in the back, and I was like, this looks like something that would be great to use for retro gaming. And at the time, I had an AMD color, and is why I get annoyed when like my PS4 controller doesn't work, but my monitor from like 1987 works like new. Now I do have an Amiga emulator on um, the Super Console X. All right, gonna go up some stairs. I really hope Inez changes her mind and does that interview. It looks like she decided not to do it, but we can keep hoping. All right. There's nothing in here. This isn't where I need to be. As much as I like that deer head, because it reminds me of the deer head that's in the bar of my favorite restaurant, the Green Arch. So if you're ever in the Cortland area, you need to go to the Green Arch because they make really good Italian American food. I mean, to be honest, it's like not quite as good as when the previous owners were there, but it's like really good. It's still really good. They have really good angel hair pasta and make good old fashions. No, yeah, any fake. I love Justin Wang. So, like, I mean, I'm sure I've said this, is my favorite YouTuber because Mojo Festival and you know obscure Japanese video game culture, and he has been nice enough to have extended conversations with me on Facebook Messenger, and I consider him an internet friend, and has been very supportive of the channel, and he's a much bigger YouTuber than me, and I love his content. So he's my favorite YouTuber. Kenny Lauderdale, I think, is much less social than GTV Japan. Um, Kenny commented on your videos, which is awesome. I've never exchanged words with Kenny Lauderdale. But anytime he puts out a video, I know it's going to be a video that I watch like 20 times in a row, pretty much, because it's so enjoyable. And the same thing with Justin Wang, unless it's one of freaking Wang's like gross out videos. Although I gotta say, I watched his last one about the kid who accidentally jerked off in his Sega Dreamcast, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. But I can't watch I can't do like people eating human flesh. I just can't do the weird, creepy, like I can't do the creepy, weird cannibal sex stuff that he like. I mean, he does like gross out shock content, you know, and I just can't do it. But Wang's like lost media and nerd culture videos are like among the best, and I love the some of his pro wrestling stuff as well. So I mean, he's a big inspiration to me in terms of the kind of content that I want to make. But and his personality is cool, and I actually have exchanged a couple messages with Justin Wang about Inez and Resident Evil, and just some random comments and stuff like that. And he's a cool dude. I responded, and he's like hearted some of my comments and stuff like that. But I can't do his gross out videos. But like I fall asleep to Wang's videos like all the time because they're so good. Like the Ultimate Gaming Rig, and you know, John Teeter, and the Backyard Wrestling, and you know, like the Angel Fire stuff. It's just he's just great, you know. Um, I think you're way more consistent when putting out content. They're just like once in a while. Yeah, I mean, I don't edit as much. I try to just get it down to this is my style in an enjoyable way that is reasonably concise, and when it's not concise, it's charismatic and enjoyable to listen to. That's my aim, at least. And you know, for a video like this is a live stream, so we're gonna be just like me and you and whoever's gonna be shooting the shit for like 3 hours probably. So um and I also don't mind having my YouTube videos be like a YouTube video from 2006. In fact, I actually like that, because I'm from that time. Like, I'm from the time when the internet came into its own and YouTube became a thing and MySpace became a thing. And that's how I did it when I was in college. And I'm cool continuing to do it that way. And I know that there are a lot of YouTubers who are more like, they are really slick with their editing and stuff like that. So, you know, for me, I try to put out content that has effort in it, but I also ideally don't want to spend like 5 hours editing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like stuff. So, you know, definitely like I don't know. We're still hanging and banging and scraping and struggling. You know, you know, whatever hits hits. You know, like I'm just more into being myself than playing the game. And I think in the end that has gotten me where I am, and I would like to watch. And I know that I am. So, you know, so thank you to those of you who share those tastes. All right, let's continue on here. Um, dude, I have such a freaking horrible sense of direction here. I've mentioned this numerous times. You know how when I got to disc 2 on Final Fantasy VII, I literally backtracked all the way up the mountain that I snowboarded down because I got lost in the map aimlessly for 5 hours and leveled up and got really strong. Uh, I am not logically minded. Back in the room with the zombies and the helmet crest as I sip my daddy pig coffee. Do, 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 do. I mean, seriously, how the hell is someone supposed to go to the bathroom in this place? Like, I've seen the bathroom in this place, and it's like very much like tucked away. Like, this is the worst freaking piece of architecture design I've ever seen. It's like the mom from. It's like there's a very special episode of Family Ties where Elise gets like, drunk or like accidentally takes some of Alex's speed and then designs a mansion, and it's the Resident Evil mansion. And then, like, Wesker apparently starts dabbling in evil zombie dealings, and shit starts to go down in Raccoon City. And it's, in large part because of, Elise Keaton. That this is I think we've pretty much now confirmed that Resident Evil and Family Ties take place in the same continuity. There's no way around it. This is what happened. Alex took speed to go do his college entrance exams. Elise Keaton were jumping in trying to eat people. And yeah, that's what it is. Sha-na-na-na. Thought about getting a bubble star. Do they still make those? Hopefully the butt girl comes with it, so there actually is another bubble star commercial I stumbled across, and it's two funny guys in a hot tub together. So, I mean, like it's like a jacuzzi or something. So that is such a beautiful commercial. I'm so happy I was able to find that song. And that took some digging, man. We had to sift through some stuff. Because Hideki Saijo's got a freaking huge catalog. And that song is like not on any of his discography or anything. But it's I mean there were a couple uploads of it on YouTube. All right, here we go. An old era. We need that. I'm pretty sure we need that. Whatever. Can I push this here? Do. Playing the remake of this game, I'm sure there's like a remake of this without tank controls, and it probably just takes away from the whole experience of it. So. I'm going to exit and re-enter. Looks interesting to have one. Yeah, I know, definitely. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I think I've been carrying my kids too much. Or I've just been doing some exercises weird or something like that. But I've been having some lower back pain. And I don't know, having a portable jet thing, that sounds pretty nice, actually. So. Plus, that guy dedicated his life to the creation of the bubble star, so that's pretty impressive. That commercial is just freaking phenomenal. Yes, I'll take the crank. I'm telling you right now, there's dogs outside. I mean, I can hear them. So. All right, time to get our shotgun raring to go. Hey, buddy. I know you're there. Hey, buddy. They get 2 for 1. Is my radio going off? Yeah.
Brad, this is Jill.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody answer me.
Brad? Brad?
Can I try the radio again? The battery is still charged. Let's go take some more of these. Although I'm hoping that infinite health code is working here. We've only got like 3 shots left. So we're going to find out. There's got to be dogs past this thing here. We're in uncharted territory here. I have not played any of this here. Water passage. There's a ladder. There's a square hole. Crank. CGI full motion video. The PlayStation's forte. Water is running down the opposite side. Always pay attention to the B side. You got that right. B side's got some good stuff. I have a Pet Shop Boys B-side on my channel with some artwork, and I can't remember what the artwork is, but it's a song called New Life, and it's a good song. It's the B-side to either Domino Dancing or What Have I Done to Deserve This, and it's good stuff. All right. Snakes. I don't think I can fight these things. Code is working. Okay, can I like go down here? All right, good. We're feeling fine. This totally helps here. There's got to be a... Any more? Come on. Alright, so... What do I do, man? Can I go here? Man, these snakes just keep coming, though. Damn it. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Alright, going down. There's probably some zombies here. Something's there. Alright, 2 for the price of 1 once again. Batteries pulled out. Can make a "that's what she said" joke. And in fact, I will, because that is what she said. do. Man. Damn. All right. See, it's behind this door here. There's something... I think I pushed that too far. I'm gonna have to... I think I gotta go back and come back in. Okay. One thing I like about this game is I like that once you kill the enemies, they actually stay dead. You know, like you don't have to worry about like them. Like If I go and clear out an area of zombies, I will have cleared out that area of zombies, you know, like... You take the blue herb, yeah, sure. Now, apparently I've got my infinite health working, so, like... But I don't like being low on ammo. I need ammo. I know there's got to be something with pushing this statue here. They wouldn't just put it there for no reason. And I pushed it in the wrong direction. Whatever, I'm just going to go see what's in here. Ooh, ammo. A chest. I'm just going to put all the herbs in here because I don't need them. And... Will you take the first aid spray? Yeah. Let's see, why not? What do you got down here? Is this a radio? It's acid round, explosive round. Yes, I'll take it. And can we please have some ink ribbon here so I can save? Freaking... Like, I really, really like this game. Oh, there's ink ribbon, I think. Wait, right? Did I just see ink ribbon? Nothing special. I know, I thought I saw ink ribbon. No, that's just the stupid shit. Why would you put a typewriter in a room out in the middle of the freaking nowhere with no ink ribbon? Do I have ink ribbon? No, I don't. I'm out of ink ribbon. It's like, this is a freaking, drawn out part of the game, area, and you've got like a save area here. It's an old typewriter. If I had ink ribbon, I could use it. For so is, yeah. Also probably draw the anger of many viewers because they'll be like, "Ooh, is that a game, man?" It's like, I just want to have fun and go through this, and I want more ammo in my shotgun. That's what I really... I also want a bubble star because my lower back hurts. I'm kicking all this zombie ass right here. Come on, buddy. I know you're there. Damn it. Yeah, fine. Infinite health is working all right. Another out of place bathroom, like a bathroom in the middle of freaking nowhere. Will I unplug it? Yeah, sure. Please tell me someone put a freaking ink ribbon in the bath with them. There's gotta be something in here. Take the C room key, yes. Desk is locked. Will you use the lockpick? Yes. Can I please have an ink ribbon in here? We got shells, though. That's good. Yes, I want shells. I want shells. Give me shells. All right. Nothing unusual. Man, the rendered graphics on the back, I don't know if I can tell just watch this, but they look. Ooh, a diary. Let's go see somebody's troubled tale here. You can't carry any more items. Damn it. Can I at least read it? I have to go like all the way back to the chest to read that like book or whatever. Somebody like one thing I like about this game is like really good like stories about like, you know, how people become zombies and stuff. How their minds start to fade. Then they like eat their friends, you know, or shoot themselves so they don't eat their friends. All right, where was the storeroom? Is it in here? Yes, okay. I don't need the explosives. I do need the shells. I don't think I need the lighter. And there we go. Entered any manga contests lately? No, I was thinking about it too, but so there was a manga contest and the deadline was August 1st and I hadn't started anything, and because my school year is been extended to basically the end of June, you know, I would have only had a month to do either the silent manga contest or there was a Kyoto contest. And I was just like, I could either really rush a manga in a month and totally burn through the month of August. I'm sorry, burn through the month of July, like doing something that I love, but doing something that isn't like relaxing. Like, I just have not had time just to sit and play video games and just chill. And so rather than do a manga contest and not a lot of time where I wouldn't be able to put like, I mean, I would put my best effort into it. That wouldn't be right, but it would be very pressured, and it may take away from some of the relaxation of the summer, which I really wanted. Um, you know, so I opted to sit out of this contest, which bothers me because I love drawing manga and I feel like I need to draw more. I have uploaded some videos online of just various things. Like I just uploaded a Sonic and Madonna video on the channel with causing a commotion, and I included a Mitsubishi Madonna commercial with it. So that was cool, and also I did the Bubble Star fan art too. But I do need to do some manga, and I've been thinking about like manga story ideas, and I need to. But so the answer is sadly no. But manga will be coming, and even if I don't do a contest, I need to just get the stuff I've done printed so I can sell it at the local comic shop, and then just start making shit to sell at the comic shop, just manga wise, and you know, just start. I mean, I've got a place willing to sell my work, so I just need to start pumping it out and selling it. Plan to on. Do you plan to upload the one where you did a manga about extends? Redrawing that one actually, because that had such a weird and funny story to it. Yeah, that was a teacher. I I gotta just make sure that tenure is super confirmed. um, but the VHS of it, and also of it, but that's actually one I kind of want to redo. Can I read it? Can't use it here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, the whole Clee Irwin poop guy making a horde of zombie pigs to attack. I don't even remember, how did he make the zombie pigs, or did he just have them because he's creepy and insane to attack the Extends infomercial? Ah, damn it! Did not see that coming. I have thought a lot about doing another comic with a infomercial theme too, not just the Extends one. You know, I follow Bridgetta, the girl from that commercial, on Instagram. She makes no mention of her role in that commercial on anything. It's locked. That's great. What's in those big doors? O2? Plate says O2. And I just came up. I know if I run forward, like I'm just kind of curious. I saw a big set of red doors, and I don't know what's in them. Oh yeah, the snake. All right, yeah, okay. So more snakes. Oh, it's a spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Get off of me. Down came the rain and washed the spider. What the freak? It's got eggs? Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Oh, I'm poisoned. Hey! Oh, cool. I'm back at 116 on my ammo. Nice. All right. Something happened there. Oh, no, I switched weapons. Okay, well, I feel much more comfortable now knowing that once I run through one weapon, there's more. To add for the more creepiness of this, one of Santino's toys just went off in the next room, and I was like, "Oh, I'm stepping on those things." That's what's. I just have to step on them. Okay, well that's good. Am I still poisoned? Yeah, but I have 113 in my bazooka. Okay, there we go, Bazooka Joe. He's telling me this is an ink ribbon. Ribbon. I don't know, whatever. All right, all right. Actually, um, we'll put the broken shotgun in here, and replace it with mixed herbs. Will the mixed herbs... I don't think mixed herbs will use this at the moment. Yeah. Use the ink ribbon. Yes, I will. So, I think we're going to take a little bit of break from... I don't know if it's me. Evil. Oof. I'm in really good shape. And then on the other hand, it's like sometimes getting up, I'm like, ugh. So, like carrying around a 25-pound baby and then like I don't know, 55-pound 5-year-old, you know. All right, jeez, it's like almost 1 o'clock. What the freak, man? Well, time flies when you're killing zombies. What else should we play? How's my audio? Is my audio okay, or am I still breaking up? Should probably have some water. This has like been really helping me at the gym. This like jug of water. It's good stuff. Okay. I mean, we played Dead or Alive on the last one, but I'm kind of tempted to play that again. But I can play something else. International channel, do you have any requests of stuff to play? I mean, I can find something, obviously, but, you know, just throwing it out there. I don't know if there's something... I don't know if there's some interference or something. Is it bad again? Play DOA. Gotcha. All right. All right. Well, we'll keep our PlayStation hooked up. Play some DOA on the PlayStation, which is different than the Saturn version, but similar at the same time. It happens from time to time. Okay. Okay, so we'll turn off our trusty Resident Evil. And we'll put in... Always a fan of the disc art here. I like how this says 3D combative sports on it. We'll hit the lights and we'll do some more combat here. Oh, going into CD player mode. We will have to also do some international channel tapes. It's really funny. Last stream got pulled. You know, I don't know. Not like permanently or anything, but got interrupted like the last. Like I streamed for like 3 hours, and like the last minute. This game looks very nice on this monitor. I still don't know what the hell they were thinking with Dead or Alive 6. I mean, they have a winning formula here, like good fighting mechanics, pretty anime, TNA, Hulk Hogan, and Dennis Rodman. Just do it. While this attract mode is going on, I'm going to refill my coffee and back. It would be interesting to do a little comparison here. And I've got the Xbox hooked up to this monitor, the Mountain Dew Xbox. So it would be kind of cool for us to do a little run through of the PlayStation version, and then I've got the Saturn version on the Xbox. So we could kind of see similarities and differences. So that would be kind of cool. But I do want to get into some tapes. Um, Speak Tina. Tina. Popularity vote 100%. Well, we can see why. This game looks really, really good on this monitor. Well done, Tina. The music on the ROM version that Retro Zoltan put on my PlayStation Mini doesn't work, which is a big reason why I got the actual disc. But I would have gotten the disc anyway, just because this is just a game I've always wanted to have. I've always wanted to have an actual hard copy from the actual time it was out. I have DOA 1 on the Xbox, which is great, but I wanted an actual disc from the time as well. When did this come out? Like 97? It's really interesting. I don't know which version I like better. The Saturn. I mean, the Saturn version. I always love the Saturn. Saturn's like was my console, you know. But I really do like the way that the PlayStation utilizes that. I love the way PlayStation utilizes light and shadow on 3D graphics. It's very crisp and interesting, and pretty. Good job, Tina. What do you think is the drawback to playing? Ooh, this is interesting. What do you think the? Sorry, I'm trying to look at multiple things. Let me pause this here because this is a good question here. All right, what do you think is the drawback to playing 4x3 games on modern TVs? Okay, I mean, it all depends on your perspective, okay? Like if you don't mind the game looking different than the way it was originally supposed to look. You know, that and you have a good way to connect it, that's fine. I don't think there's a drawback of that point of view. However, for some reason the audio on this game's kind of scratchy. I hope there's not a damage at the bottom of the disc, or hopefully my laser's not going on the PlayStation. Anywho, but these games were meant to be CRTs, ideally CRTs with a high resolution. So this really is, in my opinion, the best way to be able to see a game the way it was supposed to be. It also gives you that said, it really is a preference thing. Like, yeah, like the other thing too is like I'm not one for like just throwing scan lines on an monitor. I just think it makes it look kind of dull, and I'd rather just play on a monitor with actual scan lines, you know. I mean, I personally don't mind stuff looking pixelated, but I also like the blending that a CRT does. Come on. That was not good. This game, you don't even need to set your age to 99. Those jiggles are just a flying. I'm slightly distracted by the fact that the music is getting a little scratchy, skippy. I will tell you, if you're like me and like to film monitors, sometimes the flat screen is worse. It just depends. Like, it really depends on the camera. Depends on. I think on average, I think there's real in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know. And you're just kind of getting the whole charm of the screen, you know. in the monitor itself. I mean, a monitor is like a snowflake, you know. Every monitor's got its own pros and cons, you know. Plus, I mean, like I don't know a ton about this, but I talk to someone who does TV repair pretty regularly, and there's a whole kind of really beautiful, interesting science into what makes a CRT go. And that technology has kind of been lost on the flat screens. Plus, CRTs last really long time, so. Shadows are just blended perfectly here. You can't tell quite as much from watching it on the monitor, but hey, Arrow, good to see. I haven't, good to see you haven't missed the stream this time. Yeah, no problem, man. Glad you're here, brother. Playing some Dead or Alive. Played a lot of Resident Evil. Bonjour! Hey, Nintendo 70. All right, time to fight Hollywood Hogan here. Eastbound. Oh, man. Should have played some PlayStation, but good time was had by all. I've been listening to like various things about Sega history. I don't know why. And, I'm always like so annoyed at Sega of America, like for most of those things. Mainly for the lack of, like kind of the, like, but then at the same time, I'm also kind of like amusing myself. Say that would make the American people angry. So like, I came up like, you wanted to like name one of the Sonic games Sonic BO. Japanese like because it means like all fans, and that like would lead to a lot of tension between. None of this happened, but I find this scenario to be very funny. So all right. Arrow, I've been noticing that too. This is a very strange place to pause right here. We have the unintentional teabagging of his daughter right here. Tina's Japanese voice in this game is kind of nasally, which is kind of adds some charisma to it, actually. Kasumi! I find it so interesting how like the port to this is so different than the Saturn one. It's an interesting approach just to like listen, we can't top Saturn on like emulating the arcade concept. Full health. Dude, this guy's like got freaking. His hits take away like a quarter of your health. Dude, come on. That's some freaking nonsense and a half right there. That guy's got like no health. This got beautiful here. Oh, dude, I would have that. There we go. Well done. Has it been like this the past few streams or no? I just noticed this stream. Are you talking about... Is the stream acting up a bit? Dude, you know what, man? When I was rewatching the 160 stream, I was noticing there was some breaking up of the audio, and I don't know how much it's going on your end. Hopefully it's not too bad. There is some bad weather outside that's making this. Is there some bad weather outside that's making the stream? Man, hopefully it's not too bad. Well, you know what? I mean, this is the actually stuttering on my PlayStation too. So I don't know if there's like a thumbprint on the back of Dead or Alive or not, but that's all. A little bit too, but what you just so you like you can't understand what I'm saying right now. Because that's no good. Blank block is not enough. It's open. Well, there's Dead or Alive. At least you got to see it. There's times when you're audible and other times when it becomes difficult to decipher your words. I wonder if there's something going on with the internet in my house, like in the game room or something. How am I coming through now? Am I breaking up? Or Zoom's difference that it shouldn't be? I don't know. 117. We should probably get to the internet. It's buffering. Damn it. Well, you know what we can do? I'm still breaking up. That's phenomenal. Why don't we watch some international channel tapes, and maybe that will, bring fortune upon us. So. Oh. I want to take a look at the... there's a little something on the bottom of this disc here. I wonder if my baby touched it. That's probably why it's skipping a little bit. So, ooh, that's a pretty cool shot. International channel tapes. Yeah, so I'm thinking my baby touched the bottom of the disc, and that's why it's been kind of stuttering. So the disc was legit stuttering, and now I'm stuttering apparently. So, all right, we're going to put our phone in our camera holder here, and we'll fix our stand. It's tape time. All right. Okay. We'll pull our little seat over here. Okay. And turn that on. And let's see what we got.
We were recently very delighted to discover that we've won the European Museum of the Year award, an award that's made.
This is this is like
all across
every once in a
Europe,
while,
and
international
recognises
channel would do
interesting
these
developments
like
in museums
these
across the whole
tapes
continent.
about not these tapes,
The
these
museum is the place to go
promotions
for
about
railway
just different
enthusiasts
things
with
about
more than 100
Japan.
locomotives to see, housing a wealth
So this is
of railway
apparently a
memorabilia.
Japanese
It's
train
one of the country's
museum
main tourist destinations
little
outside
thing
London.
that international channel did.
Half of
Have every billboard and little ticket.
Popular parts of the museum where the visitors come to see how the royal and the queen's were favourite carriage to own money and then further
This here. How's the audio any better?
This son of mine eats pigeons with transient train hoppers.
Life has no pause button, but now your TV does. DVR. Now anything's
Others immediately go to and then if it's just not good, we'll wrap it up and
puts you at ease. When you go through something
try to figure out why it's acting so
difficult,
wonky.
it's nice to be able to relax.
Is that the end of the tape? Probably. Yeah, that's pretty much the end right there. Okay, let's see what else we got here. You can also go to the living room and just randomly pull something here. I don't know. See what's on this tape here. Oh, goody. Neocons. Okay. You know, interesting historical piece of whatnot. I just can't forget neocons here and there. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of as I can rant Dragon Ball here. This is
Here anyway.
I'll show you. Let's see. There it is.
nice OG Dragon Ball, yes. I need to get Dragon Ball The Magic Begins in my channel before summer is out, because, you know, I don't think there's any way that would get into trouble. What with it, like I said it a million times, I think, but like, I don't even know if that thing is copyrighted. It's probably like the Ninja Destroyer thing that I have, where it's like they want to make it look like it's copyrighted by having an @ sign and a year, as opposed to, you know, having an actual copyright. Ad page of Dragon Ball movies. Gohan is coming out. It's feeling like autumn now since the temperature is getting lower. You can shut up, my friend, because I do not want to think about having to go back to. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say the S word. But yeah, it's summertime still, and sun's out, guns out, and it's still summer, and there is definitely no impending calendar time in a brick building that may or may not be designed in a rectangular shape filled with desks. But it's still summertime, and we're still chillaxing. Stupid episode. That wasn't stupid, but like episode where like Trunks had to cross dress. Summer Forever, and yes, it's Summer Forever in the Noel International or Noel ComiX channel. Yes, it says International channel. Yeah, it should always be summer and Christmas all the time simultaneously. Yeah, like the Gohan movie's coming out pretty soon. Actually, I think that's coming out August 19th. Friend who works at the movie theater, and he said he's going to try to hook me up with the poster. So that's going to be really cool. I got to try to find a space for that in the game room, of which I have none. So I might have to take a poster down and replace it, you know, but you know, I have a good friend just met whole like, kind of like, here comes a bad guy, you know, you have to power up and stuff like that, you know. It's a very familiar structure. Funny storytelling.
It has been many years since that fateful day.
I never got into Samurai Jack. I just never, I don't know. So I don't know. I never got into it. I never got into the artwork that much. I never got into the story that much. I don't know.
You
can bop it, right? Bop it Extreme, and there's Top It. You got it? Each sold separately, batteries not included.
Now you get a taste of Pillsbury.
Now, toaster strudel, that is something I can't get into. I love toaster strudel.
Filling and light flaky crust. Here, many will enter, few will win, and in every
There's nothing like Pox, getting you anyone with. There's nothing. There may be thousands of players, but you'll never know who'll win. If you're not ready, get you.
That is a horrible name for a toy. It's like, let's name our toy after a disease. Pox. Yeah. Radical.
Dodging arrows 6 days a week. Battling Shendu 6 days a week. Rescuing Jade 6 days a week. Rescuing Potter 6 days a week.
They actually just showed Jackie Chan's cartoon on Better Call Saul. I actually have to watch the last episode. I started watching it again. Now there's like 3 episodes left in their Breaking Bad timeline. What if the NWO car was still racing in that race? I don't know what this whole Toonami lockdown thing is supposed to be, but whatever.
Here I am.
Dragon Ball now continues.
Huh?
What do you think of this? Suave, debonair, handsome. If you don't like it, I can always change into something else.
Well, hello there, stranger.
One of the things I really liked about the broadcast is the fact that they use the actual Japanese music rather than the Bruce Faulkner stuff, which I really was not that big a fan of. Although, as time has passed, I've developed more of a sympathy for certain tracks, particularly the Mystic Gohan track. And there's a couple other really good ones. Actually, Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu, as much as everyone gives that game grief, it had some really good remixes of the American soundtrack, and it was, not a bad game. Dragon Ball characters. I mean, it wasn't very fluid mechanically, but too much trouble for showing this here. But
This is just too weird.
Oh, Bulma, you gold-digging, blue-haired psycho. All right. It's kind of funny how in Dragon Ball Super, Trunks' hair went from purple to blue based on his age. But, whatever. It's all good. Actually, I just got a very cool Dragon Ball Super Trunks statue, which now adorns our Trinitron monitor. So, yeah, right there. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's see what else we got on our tape here. Ooh, Gerber. Okay. Get your baby food on. Oh, Jackie Chan cartoon I don't really care about.
Where you are the story. see it on air, play it online at Toonami.com.
You know, I liked Toonami, but there were times I would get very annoyed with all the Toonami stuff when they would say, hey, we don't have time to show the full Japanese closings. It's like, dude, you have 15 minutes worth of, like, bumpers that you're just making.
Don't shoot! They're just trying to get their baby back!
I liked Del Better with her, like, long hair and bike shorts and baggy. Like, Vidal could be on TikTok right now and have, like, 1 million views.
Public knowledge!
I really liked the Great Saiyaman arc.
Is Saiyaman, and now he's at Vidal's mercy.
There was also a BLT dub of Dragon Ball in '95, but it was on early morning time. I do remember Dragon Ball on like way early in the morning on like, you know, it's like 5 a.m. And you go like Dragon Ball Z. Like I remember like Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon used to be like broadcast like in the really early hours of the morning. I used to get up and watch. So I've moved the camera away from the TV because I've got like a copyrighted audio notice because apparently, you know, I guess the YouTube machine was mad that I, you know, had like the crappy Bruce Faulkner music playing, you know. Gohan was Peter Parker. Right? Yeah, absolutely, man. I loved the there's a GameCube commercial. I loved the superhero trope with Gohan.
Batteries not included.
The magic of Harry Potter is here. Come to
I never got into Harry Potter. I don't see it, but teach their own. All right. What do you got for me, GameCube?
At 7.
This program brought to you by Nintendo GameCube. Born to play.
Ooh, it's a Mario Kart commercial.
Game Boy Advance. 4 can play one game. Rated E for everyone.
Ooh, it's Tony Hawk the Pro Skater. And Tostitos.
Tony Hawk. New Hot Bites.
Upload worthy stuff. Yeah, it is.
Easy blast. Mr. Hawk.
I'm going to have to upload this.
New Hot Bites. They're hot.
Tired of games that don't bend? Still tired of games that don't bend? Then you should try Torx, the new brain-bending challenge that twists your mind into 1,000 knots of total confusion.
When I was watching this back in 2001, I never once thought to myself, I need Torx.
Chiropractor or one of these other careers. And with Torx, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 challenging games all in one. So if you're smart enough, and if you're twisted enough, Torx is the game for you. So get twisted. Batteries not included.
The magic of Harry Potter is here. Come to Toys R Us stores from Saturday the 28th through the 30th and see Harry Potter potions being...
There's a really funny Mario Kart commercial where it's a Japanese one where Mario uses like a shrink lightning thing, but it actually turns out to be an A-bomb, and like everyone gets vaporized in this really like brutal Hokuto no Ken fashion. And yeah, I don't know. It's a funny commercial. It's kind of terrifying too. It's interesting that Japan has a good sense of humor about that, considering it's the only country to suffer a nuclear holocaust. So. Not to bring up a bummer topic.
Dragon Ball Z now continues.
All right, let's get it right now, folks. We're almost a week behind schedule as it is.
Wow, I can't believe it. They're actually making a movie out of Saiyaman.
Camera up.
Rolling.
Action. No, I'm scared of flying. Let go. Nobody told me that I'd have to do this.
I like that the movie producer is like the guy who was running the Red Ribbon Army. Like literally the people who did this movie are literally the Red Ribbon Army people.
Do you really think that guy looks like me?
What?
Well, I just mean like Saiyaman. I think I look a lot more like Saiyaman than he does.
He doesn't look anything like Saiyaman. Darn it. You're right. But at this point, I'll take anybody, even a pathetic guy like that. All right, people, places, this is it.
Excuse me, sir. What exactly am I supposed to do?
Announce to the villains.
I remember
Now, are you ready?
for like superhero day for Spirit Week, I dressed up like Great Saiyaman, and what I did was I just got a pair of black sunglasses and a black turtleneck, and I turned a white t-shirt into a bandana, and I was Great Saiyaman.
He was the real thing.
What? No way! Goku's gonna compete! I don't believe it! This is amazing! Wow! Hey guys, this is Krillin, who doesn't fight anymore, so he let his hair out.
Goku, what do you know?
Oh, it's doing Goku.
Oh, comics and Metro
And it'll be great!
Their addiction to dirty magazines.
Fighting in another world championship with Goku almost sounds too good to be true. I have to start training a lot, and I don't know how my wife would feel about it. Huh?
Hey, Dad! Get the ball! Get it, Dad!
There you go, man. Firefly. Girl. Wow, she's adorable, Krillin. How would you like to see your dad compete in a martial arts tournament?
First, she'd want to know if there's any prize money involved.
Oh, right. Nice to see you. And yeah, they pay out to the top 5 places. First, the overall winner of the tournament gets paid 10 million zenny. Then it
I
goes
should
on
probably
down.
not leave
Second place gets 5
the.
million, and third place gets
I should probably not leave the phone on this too long, but it is an interesting episode in Dragon Ball history. Marin is so cute.
Krillin. Yeah, come on, Dad! You'll win if you do!
If you say
I actually just realized this. My Android 18 is the Android 18 from this, from like this scene here. So, so I have this like really cool Android 18 statue, and yes, she's like outfitted like she is from this scene. So, yeah, there's my cool Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon at the end of the TV, Super Saiyan 2 on, and all that good stuff. So.
since I've been way out here so long.
Gohan looks badass. Nobody should mock him. Do. Goten is a cutie too. Did I tape a 9/11 fundraiser too?
Brothers and sisters, there's a blood red circle.
You know what makes you feel even worse after 9/11? Bruce Springsteen doing an acoustic performance. Especially when he did such great stuff on Born in the USA with his synth pop and stuff like that. And now he's got freaking the E Street Band just blown into harmonicas and shit, whatever. I mean, I understand they're trying to be mellow about things, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. Not it comes off as melodramatic and not good. But I mean, I remember 9/11. It was a thing, dude. George Clooney. You get the most insufferable people asking people for money. Um, this was the thing with 9/11, in my opinion. It was definitely sad, and it was, it was definitely civilian carnage, which was horrible. Um, However, it was used for political and imperial goals that were unnecessary and unethical. And the effect that it had on the country, like the population. Yeah, Chris Rock, yes. The effect that it had on the population was not good. People became uncritical of the government, and the government knew it, and the government did things like invade Iraq, like, a horrible catastrophe, and just war criminal behavior. I mean, Saddam Hussein was a war criminal, but for us to go do our own war criminal thing by just invading his country for no reason, it's just an act of brute aggression, and using 9/11 as a false pretext for that. That's why I hate the neocons so much, and it makes me so angry when I hear Cheney or Liz Cheney try to handstand right now, because Donald Trump is a game show host who humiliated them on the political stage because they fancy themselves as these grand intellectuals that take the realpolitik of Leninism and apply it to, the Reagan accomplishment or some bullshit like that. But they fancy themselves as these like radical intellectual imperialists, and they're utilizing their intellectual pedigree that grew out of Trotskyism and turned conservative, and now they think that they're so smart, and they're not. They're just a bunch of like bumbling, lying imperialists, and it's sad that after 9/11, people were so scared that they just kind of turned off their brain, and I mean, just let those people run roughshod. And the other thing that's interesting is that, 9/11 was a real wake up call to the delusion that history was over, that, in the 90s, that America had beaten the Soviet Union, and now we were just going to rule the world forever because we won the Cold War and we had the right ideas. And now it was just basically, how quickly are we going to mop up the dregs of these like little autocrats around the world. And it was a really arrogant attitude that didn't pay attention to a lot of facts. It didn't pay attention to a lot of history. It didn't pay attention to how the Cold War actually ended. But it was a real kind of delusional hubris that was mixed with unprecedented prosperity. I mean, the 90s were a good time to live through, for sure. But the political attitude was delusional on the part of the elite. Um, and the thinking of the populace went from being like very cynical, like those like, oh, we're like bored with prosperity, like he was fantasy fit that America won the Cold War, that he was like, well, reality is dead now, because American hegemony capitalist culture is so saturated everything that it had eclipsed what was once considered to be authenticity. Which, I mean, he's not necessarily wrong about that. Baudrillard's interesting, but the place from where it's coming from is kind of smug and deluded and delusional. The idea that American capitalist culture is just the worst thing ever. Anyway, it's like you went from like that kind of mentality to much like when WWE bought WCW in 2001. Yeah. Yes, people were too uncritical of that period of time. Yes. WWE completely exploited the opportunity and drove professional wrestling in the ground with their hubris. Absolutely, my friend. And that is why, like politics, like wrestling mirrors the real world, because they're all, we must have choices in wrestling and foreign policy. Absolutely. Because once you get to a monopoly, then you have no power balance, and it all goes downhill, and it's not good because people start acting like there's no check to their power. What was I saying before I before I got on that little rant? Oh yeah, so people just went from being like super cynical, like Howard Stern, South Park, like very kind of nihilistic, very like like being very pampered and coddled, to being very nihilistic at the same time, and thinking that because you lived in America, you lived in like the end of history in this kind of quasi utopia, and it was just boring. And then 9/11 happened. All of a sudden, it was just like, yes, sir, Mr. Government. I'll do whatever you say, Mr. Government. And there was like all that kind of critical cynicism just went right out the window. And it was as an 18, 19-year-old, the most striking thing I saw from 9/11, more striking than the World Trade coming down, was the shift in the national psychology from one of pessimism to blind obedience. And we are where we are as a result of that today. And the people, the politicians who have risen to power and prominence are also a result of that. Um, I don't know. Uh, the Iraq War never should have happened, ever. And I understand the reaction geopolitically to want to attack Afghanistan, but logically, that, and obviously hindsight is 2020, but the Al Qaeda, bringing the terrorists to justice and doing regime change in Afghanistan are not interchangeable goals. And I think you could have brought the terrorists to justice without doing a regime change, just to show that how dare you house these people that attacked us. I mean, it was, when you study the Roman Empire, 9/11 was always kind of like the first time Rome was sacked. It was the first time the empire, the giant empire got its cheek bruised. And I don't mean that to belittle the victims. It was, Chomsky said it was, and he's not wrong. It was like it was the first time Americans actually got a taste of a lot of the shit that they do to other third world countries, and he wasn't wrong. But it was not justified either. But it was I don't know. I look back on the early 2000s still with a lot of warmth and a lot of, I miss that time, obviously at that point in time, I was always thinking, why can't things be more like the 80s? And I still do. The 80s were the apex of human culture, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know. I miss being a senior in high school and a lot of the music. And I mean, again, the 80s were the best, but I definitely liked that time too. So there was a lot of stuff to enjoy if you were a young person who was just finishing high school or were in high school. It was a good time to be alive, but it was also a time where internationally and politically, the hubris of the United States and the corruption that existed within its political system in the post-Cold War period were the cracks in the foundation were becoming severe, and the response to crisis was criminal. So there's that. The 90s were where it's at. Born in 90. I was born in 82, and I love the 90s, but the 80s are the best. So, although I think the 90s had better video games. Not that the 80s didn't have fantastic video games. It just depends on what you're in the mood for. I don't know. They're all good in their own way, but the 80s were the best, dude. I mean, the music, the television, the movies, and the video games you know, you kind of like, nothing's quite like Final Fantasy VII, but I don't know. If you didn't know that Final Fantasy VII was a thing, then it would be like, what am I missing? So I don't know. But it's almost 2 o'clock, so we should probably wrap up the live stream. And we'll stream again in the near future. The British made a lot of good music in the 80s, especially The Cure and the Pet Shop Boys and Duran Duran and Rick Astley and Bananarama. New Order wasn't British, were they? New Order, they were freaking amazing, dude. Yeah, no, Duran Duran and the Pet Shop Boys and Rick Astley, those three are just freaking phenomenal, dude. Australia had a lot of really good music too, from the 80s. Yes, Rick Astley, I have an unironic love of Rick Astley. Rick Astley is like freaking bangers, man. Like, She Wants to Dance with Me, I think, is even better than Never Gonna Give You Up. But they're all like really good. Like, no, Rick Astley is like grossly underrated, dude. I couldn't stand on like VH1 when they were all like, oh, Rick Astley, he's just like a white guy trying to sing like a black guy. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I never ever thought that when I heard Rick Astley. I never thought to myself, that's a black dude. I never thought that. Why? Why? Because he's got a deep voice. Like, what do you? It's like 50 Cent trying to say that Ja Rule was like ripping off Tupac because he was bald. It's like, like, yeah, like I'm ripping off Tupac. I'm the new Tupac, guys. Right? So, couldn't help but notice your pain. It runs deep. Share it with me. A 2008 meme is still going strong. Yeah, dude, because Rick Astley is freaking phenomenal, dude. Like, I mean, that's like one thing too. Is like I remember the one thing I didn't like about the 90s is like a lot of Gen X people who were losers in the 80s, like, were taking it out on the culture of the time. And, like they kept saying like, oh, the 80s suck, the 80s suck. And then when they started like showing 80s stuff, like again in the 90s, it all just was like eclipsing everything that the 90s had to produce, and the 90s had a lot of good European music too. Yeah, it did. Like Hadaway, good. Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac. That song is freaking amazing. Like, I was watching like the last UFC pay-per-view, and like one of the fighters came out to like Return of the Mac, and it's like, I don't care what the odds are, I'm rooting for this guy, because Return of the Mac is like one of the greatest songs ever. There's like songs like each decade that are just like phenomenal. Like I think the early 2000s was R. Kelly's Ignition, and like the late 90s was Martin's Return of the Mac. Like that's that song is like too freaking good, man. So I guess the 80s one would have to go to Rick Astley. Another thing I hated about the 90s was like everyone like shit on, like, I like love Starship. I mean, I remember this hearing like We Built This City. I remember hearing that on the radio when I was little, and then hearing it again on those like CD compilation commercials that they'd show, and I was just like, yeah, Starship is awesome. Like, all fights should be decided on musical taste. I agree. That'd be a good way to handle things. It'd be like Yu-Gi-Oh, but with 80s music. So right on. Okay, guys, it is 1:58 Eastern Standard Time, so I know that doesn't mean a whole lot for International Channel, what with his San Jose lifestyle. But for those of us on the East Coast, we probably need to go to bed and get some sleep. So I will be, uploading stuff and streaming stuff and having fun and drawing pictures and all kinds of stuff on the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. So thank you guys for stopping by and chit-chatting with me and enjoying the goodness. And for those of you in the future who will be watching, who didn't watch tonight, please enjoy and thank you for your time. And until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care, and I will see you in the very near future. Bye-bye.